Alright. A race with just the driver's view. I'll explain what's on the screen. Once we get started, really hard to keep this car under control. Almost 1,000 horsepower. Starting fourth. This isn't the same race you saw in the last video. This is a completely different race. The AI is a little bit stronger, so this one's going to take everything into the last lap. I hope you watch till the end. So, obviously, inside the cockpit, at the very bottom is the leaderboard. Shows I'm in fourth. I just now went to third, but that won't update until I cross the start-finish line. Going for second. If you see the virtual rearview mirror, right below that is a radar. My car is in the middle of it. Anything around that radar, within a car's length, I will see, of course, in front of me, left and right, and to the back of me. I can use my mirrors too. It's a little bit better indicator to help me to know where other cars are at, so because I do have damage fully on. Alright, so lap 1, as you can see the lap counters at the very top above the virtual rearview mirror. In the bottom left hand corner are actually my tires. Green is good, anything orange or red, as you can see the front left tire takes a beating on this course. These are soft tires, so they're going to wear out pretty quick. We're going to do 10 laps on them, make a pit stop, fill up, change tires, and get back out around lap 10. So like I said before, the AI is a little bit stronger this time. And now we're coming around to complete the end of lap 1. I'm driving the same car. If you didn't watch the last video, this is actually a retro pack. Assetto Corsa ASR mod of the 1999 kart or / IndyCar competition that year. This is Road America. Love this track. Almost reminds me of a couple Formula 1 tracks. Really fast, high speed straights, and medium to low speed corners, so it's got a little bit of everything. So right now I'm chasing down first. My car is a bit heavy, so certain gears, I always take this in second gear. You get up through third, stay off the curbs, downshift to second. Now with these cars, they're sequential shifters, so there's no need to use a clutch going up the gears, but when I do go down the gears, if I don't get down to the gear heading in a straight line, like right there, and I went down to second, if I happen to go down a gear in the middle of a corner, and if I don't blip the throttle, which you're not using the clutch, just blipping the throttle, there is an auto clutch. But just back then, you still would lock up the rear tires and you could actually spin the car around. Right here is flat out, 6th gear, 190, 91, down to second. Be very easy and very, see right there, I almost lost it. Because of these turbocharged engines, these V8s, they're almost close to 1,000 horsepower at peak RPM. And when the turbo kicks in, and back then you had a lot of turbo boost, and my turbo was actually not even at 100%, because if I had it at 100%, I'd actually do a lot of damage to the engine, and the engine wouldn't last. So it's actually at 90. So I know what corners I'm a little bit faster. This next corner, this next right-hander, usually I would go through in third to carry more speed because my car's kind of heavy. I can just got off the track. As you can see there, my left tire is actually a little dirty, so I lost a little room between me and first place, so got to get that back. And of course, looking at the guy behind me in third, he is right behind me. But getting back onto these, on the throttle and these turbos when they kick in, if you just can't mash the throttle down, you'll spin the car around. There's no traction control whatsoever on these cars. So you see that little graphic right there just came up on the left hand side by the side mirror. That's actually letting me know I'm hitting the rev limiter. And it does a little damage to the engine, just a tiny little bit, nothing too bad, but see right there, got a little squirrely. So this corner is the carousel. So basically I just want to lift up the throttle, turn the car in, let the corner come back to me, then lift, start adding throttle, full throttle, and keep it full throttle through this kink. And I'm kind of not in his draft anymore, so I've got to be able to make up that room. So by the time we get to the front straight, I can draft him again and see if we can get him in turn 1. I still got 3rd place right behind me. And with this race, I mean, the AI is a little bit stronger from the last one, but understeered all the way through there. I am not taking it easy. Now, chasing somebody is a lot easier than leading, and you'll see a good example of that in this race. So stay tuned. But since I have something to chase, I can keep pushing my pace, and just as long as I keep it on the course, and I'm using every bit of asphalt here. So now I'm taking this corner in 3rd, so I'm taking a little more momentum, so I'm getting a little bit closer. I'm a little bit just about in his draft, but if I don't hit past 191 on this straight, it's not enough to make any room up to him. I've got to outbrake him here. So 192, down to 2nd. Now I could ride some of these curves, like right there, it's not too bad, but the inside curve, like right here, it would upset the car too much. I do it a couple times, but you don't want to get on the throttle in the middle of hitting a curve, because you definitely will upset the car and spin it around. So leading up to the carousel again, it's a long right-hander. This is where the front left tire just takes a beating. Now as my tires go past green into orange and the red, you can see the graphic on the bottom left. If that gets in the red, and I'm on a high-speed straight like I am right now, and if it doesn't cool off by the time I hit the brakes, I'll start locking the tires up, which is not good. I'll start flat spotting tires. Down to 2nd. Still kind of, the car's still kind of heavy. If you notice right above the leaderboard at the bottom of the screen, where you see my gear, throttle, the fuel's on the left-hand side of it. I know it's kind of tiny to look at, but you can see how it's burning off. You can see my lap time, and obviously my position, but you can see that on the leaderboard also. So starting at lap 5. So now the car is starting to lighten up a little bit. My tires are in the optimal temperature at the moment. I'll be able to take actually 3rd gear through this next corner. Oh, you see as he locked up his brakes, so I made a little bit more room. Now I'm in his draft. Now I should be able to do 194 and 195 by the end of we get to the straight. '96. Oh, I had to get on the brakes. As you can see there, I locked up both my front tires. Nice turn in. 3rd place is still right behind me, so no time to relax at all. My whole plan is that stay as close to him as I can if I can't pass him, but by the time we go into the pits, maybe I can undercut him. But I just went off the track there a little bit. Really lucky not to throw that into the guardrail, but I lost the draft a little bit. So it would have made up a lot of time if I had not gone off and stayed full throttle, to the point where I could have passed him going into this corner. And this would be easy. I understeered all the way through there. Real easy to go off track there. Go out wide, cut it in. Still understeering a little bit. But now I'm still in this draft. Now I don't think I'm close enough to make a move by the end of the straight. Going into turn 1, just maximize the draft and get him when we get to the next corner. And back on the back straight. A little bit closer. 3rd gear. Oh, yep. See, even with these cars, you feel right there. See, you almost lost it. Just the power of that turbo when it kicks in. If you're not pointing in a straight line, you're not easy with it. Easy to swap ends. Third place is still right behind me. It's just really a race between us 3. Now the gear selector right above the in the glass, and of course the RPM. I usually don't have that on. I turned this on for this video so you knew exactly what gear I was in and what my rev counter was at. Usually that's kind of obstructed my view, so I don't have it on there. Just kind of go by feel about how the engine sounds. I don't need to look at the dash. Alright, this is where I can get a run. Maximizing the draft. Now just trying to pick on the right side. He's right next to me to the left. You see the radar? He outbroke me into the corner. Taking a look in the rearview mirror. Third place is still right there. So I have another chance to get on the front straight. As long as I make this last corner, I don't understeer through it and get back on the throttle. Yep, faster than heated. Alright, here we go. Hit the rev limiter there. Nice draft. Side by side, drag race down to turn 1. Feeling he's going to try and outbrake me into this corner, which he does. Very close, don't touch each other. You can see on the radar, we're right next to each other. Alright, now into first. So I was saying before, it's really easy to chase somebody. Unless they're really slower than you, you push yourself when you're chasing somebody. When you're out front, it's really hard. It's a mental game to keep your pace up, because now you're not looking for your braking points. You're looking for your braking points more because you're using the car in front of you to when you run the brake. You're just going off on feel. So right now, I'm trying really hard not to make a mistake. So I'm just racing myself, trying not to look in the rearview mirror. Hit my lines. And don't make any stupid mistakes that might cost me to lead. So right there, once again, got in the power a little too aggressively. Wait for the corner to come back to me, start straightening it up, get back on the throttle. Full throttle here. Get up to 6 before I get to the kink. Now, if I had a car in front of me a little bit closer than the last lap, I can lose downforce on the front wing and totally miss that corner, and I'd get off the gas. Whoop, whoop. So see? So what's happening here is I'm almost hit the wall, didn't tag the wall, anything, just lost 2 places. And I'm thinking like, all right, look, it's only lap 7 going to lap 8. Here comes 4th place behind me. I know I'm faster than the 2 guys in front. And yeah, I completely screwed that one up. But I kept it off the wall, didn't damage the car. I still stayed in 3rd place, at least for now. Alright, he's not going to make a move. So, getting close to my pit stop. If you look at my my fuel down there, right above the leaderboard. Now I will have an icon in the top left-hand corner telling me when I'm on reserve or getting low on fuel and I need to come in within that lap. It hasn't lit up yet. I think I put enough fuel in to get to lap 10, or right before I start lap 10. But as you can see, 2nd and 1st are right there. I can still see them. So not all is lost. So I told you should watch till the end. It wasn't going to be a cakewalk like the last race. But it's going to take everything I got to be able to catch these guys, because I have to pit. And when you pit, I'm going to be shuffled into with everyone else in the back of the field until they start pitting. And hopefully by the end of the race, I'm still, if not where I'm at right now, if not better. But I've got to catch these 2 guys in front of me before I go to the pit stop. And I have no idea when they're going to pit. They could pit the same lap before or later. They could have a completely different strategy than me. Me, I just split it down the middle. I went on a lap, pit on lap 10 and just go 10 more laps and finish it. But I believe I set my pit stop to put myself with a little bit more fuel just to be safe, that I actually make it to the end, because that would really suck. You see, I'm catching them back up, so I lucked out. Okay, 2nd place is going to the pit. So I'm back into 2nd place. Now it's time to maximize, because we're now on lap 9. And I'm taking a look at my fuel gauge, and I'm getting close to where it's actually going to tell me that I'm getting low on fuel and I'm going to have to pit. This track, 1 lap around this track is quite a long way. I'm not sure exactly the kilometers and miles off the top of my head, but it's almost like Spa. If you don't go in, you're gonna be burning fumes by the time you get back, if you get back to the pits to get a splash. I hear the car bottoming out. So you look at my tires in the bottom left-hand corner. You can see that, you know, my right front's still kind of not fully warm. It's because there's more left-handers than there are right-handers here, and the ones that right-handers that they are, they're not fast-speed right-handers. So the front right is not getting as beat up as the left front. But you can see that the tire degradation is actually getting worse. So my left side tires are actually wearing out faster because there's more left-hand corners. And my main concern is not locking up the brakes as I'm coming down these high-speed straights and losing time on top of it. So I'm really close to first again. So I'm really glad I didn't hit the wall, but man, that was really close. Because I had dirt and grass on my tires and I couldn't get on the gas, and I ended up spinning it almost a third time. Alright, so he's not going to the pits, and neither am I. I don't have my reserve light on yet, so this will be my in lap. I almost guarantee I'm going in the next lap. So I'm looking at my pit board of exactly how much fuel I'm going to put in. It says 10 laps. I think I'm going to up that up a little bit more. I almost went off the course there. I think I did a little bit. Change my tires. Again, I'm using softs on both stints. I don't have any damage to the car, so there's no reason to fix anything, so that'll save time. The longest time will take to put the fuel in because it's not a pressure-sensitive or pressure-based system. I just locked up both my tires because my tires are getting old. And it's gravity-weighted, so it's going to take some time to get the gas in, but it's the same for everybody. Once I got that car to chase again, I'm able to push myself a little bit harder. This long carousels, and my left front's not looking good at all. Like I'm having to wait to the corner to come to me a lot later. Back to full throttle, it's completely red. My reserve light just went on the top left-hand corner. So right now I'm worried I'm going to lock up the tires on the straight because my left front is red. It's super hot. Yep, nope, locking them both up. So my tires are pretty much shot at this point. It's time to come into the pits. Just get as close to him as I can, because I don't know when he's pitting. I would hope he's pitting now, but I don't think he is. Nope, he's not going in. Alright, I'm going in, but I gotta slow down. Have a pit speed limit. If I break that, that'll be a penalty. It's just on automatic, but I'm driving it. 50-mile-an-hour speed pit limit. My pit is all the way at the end. You can hear the cars going by. That's probably 6th or 7th place already. Now third place pitted, well, he was in second, but the guy who was behind before screwed up, so he's probably going to be either right in front of me or right behind me when I come out. You see, right now tires are changed, just waiting for the fuel, just taking a while to come in. You see the track map on the bottom right. Alright, back out. So right now it says I'm in 13th place. Hit the rev limiter there a little bit. So even though my tires were fully at the temp, I did use tire blankets, which I don't think that's not the rules in kart back then. There was no tire blankets like there are in Formula 1, so probably should have started on cold tires. Maybe next time I'll try it and see how squirrely it is trying to get out the first couple laps on cold tires. So that looks like who was in second place, the Valvoline car, who went in first. So it looks like he's right in front of me. So didn't really lose much time. So the pecking order, once everybody takes their pit stops, it should be pretty much the same how we went in. I might be either in, he might be first now as we come back around. As people start pitting, Now, I did take on a little bit more fuel than I think I should have. I probably should have cut another 5 liters out of this, because I can feel it in the way the car is turning in, just understeering a lot. But that'll get better as I burn off the fuel, but right now I'm running out of time. We're on the end of lap 12. Actually, excuse me, we're starting lap 12. Still in actually 11th place now. So leaderboard down below is not up to the timing until we cross the start finish line, but that graphic right above it is in real time. Now right now it's imperative that I get past these two guys as fast as I can, or at least one of them. The more I stay behind them, especially if I get closer, I'll start losing time, and at the end of this race not be in the position I want to be in, which is first, or at least second. And that is the Valvoline car, I believe, that was behind me at the start of the race, but in second place as we went into the pits. So he might end up being first because the car in front of him is not in the pecking order. He's just staying out longer. Okay. Now this is where time's an issue, because right now I'm just sitting on them and I have to maximize this front straight, and I need to get past one of these guys. Unless one of them goes in the pits right now, which should be the car in front, but nope. But we're both in each other's drafts. He's in the draft in front, the car in front, and I'm in his draft. So I'm not going to make much room to catch up going to the next corner in turn 1. Just carry more speed to the corners, to the middle of the corner, especially here. Yeah. So, but that slowed me up. He had to slow up. I might be close enough. I should be able to outbrake him to the next corner. Maybe not. It's too far. Whoa, 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 whoa. I guess I'm gonna try it. Oh. Well, we didn't touch. Oh, sorry, the Horizon car of Valvoline. This is the fake liveries. Oh, a little squirrely there. Okay, I see a red car behind me, so that might have been first place. That was in first place when I pitted. So looks like at least I jumped him. So right now it says the real-time leaderboard is on 5th. And in the leaderboard below that says I'm 11th because we haven't crossed the start-finish line yet. But I'm running out of time, so we're on lap 13. So right now I feel, unless somebody goes into pits, which, nope, we're still all staying out. And now leaderboard's updated, so still at fifth place, lap 14, 6 to go. With the rev limiter. If you've been watching the steering wheel, every little input, anything it shakes, those little micro shakes, I feel that in the wheel. With the wheel and pedals I have, everything I feel, and that's usually just the feedback from the racetrack. And I've tweaked it to where I like it, but I want enough of feel, enough of pull of the wheel that I can feel all the different surfaces on the track. You hit the curb, you feel those too. Like 6th place is getting kind of close. I've got to make a move here pretty soon, so I need to keep really close in this carousel. So let me get back on the back straight. I get a good toe and a good run going through that kink. All right, here we go. Full throttle. Yeah, just not close enough. Get close onto braking. Back on the throttle. Hit the rev limiter again. Understeered a little bit. Understeered. Get back on the throttle. All right, a little up. Jump the curb. Yeah, looks like I got an achievement. Alright, get close up. Make sure I don't get too close. I lose my downforce. Alright, get back on it. Can't outbrake him going the next corner. It's going to be tight. Right, side by side. Oh, we touched just a tiny bit. Just touching tires. But I got the position. That's what I needed. So no damage. A little bit of rub in there with tires, but we're both good. Alright, real time it says I'm in third place. So, third place with a little less than 5 laps to go. Should have enough time to at least get to second and maybe first. We'll see. Not being in the scrap does not help. These cars are so much fun to drive. They're very skittish, but once you got the setup right, it stays that way. It doesn't have a ton of downforce, so at least like modern Formula 1 cars have today, but back then we didn't know any better. But almost 1,000 brake horsepower, but it's very rewarding to drive, especially a track like this, and knowing that you're at a very fine knife edge every corner, just keeping a hold of it and making sure it's keeping on the track. I'd love to get a VR headset at some point and just feel the immersion feels with that without getting sick. I know I have to work my way up to it. Alright, lap 16. I can tell now that I did put up a little too much fuel in the car. Probably could have put one less lap of fuel in and a little bit lighter, but it is what it is. We'll deal with it. My tires are pretty okay. Still that right front, it's not fully temped up. So that's first in front of him. So I'm close, but I'm running out of time now. Corner, come back, get back in the throttle, straighten up, full throttle. Up to 6, kink. Our late brake, understeered through there again. Getting on the throttle there, that's where I lost it at the beginning of the race. So I'm trying to be extra careful not to overdo it, because right now I'm just too close and I can possibly maybe eke out a win here. Right now we're so evenly matched, it's like I'm not making any headway. It's this first part of the track is where I carry more speed into the corner, into the middle of the corner, where I make up about a car length there. And I do that again here. Down third. Alright, now I'm in his draft. Want to go up to fourth there, but it's just too. I've tried it a couple times. You got to go back down to second real fast. So just might as well stay in third, and if I over rev it. Down to second. All right. The whole point is get close in this carousel. Lift off the throttle, turn it in, let the corner come back. Keep turning, get back on the throttle. Full throttle. And up to 6 before the right-hand kink. Make it. There's an extra car length. Getting closer. And we're going to only have 2 laps to go. I've got to make a move. So the move's got to be on the front straight to at least take second place. I'm on it. And he's kind of in the draft in the first place. But I'm going to be able to make up a little bit more time here. Here we go. It's a drag race. Put my nose out. He's going to try and outbrake me, which he is. We're touching a little bit. All right. There's second place. No damage to the car. Nothing I can feel. This is lap 18. Oh, went off the track a little bit. All right. I have a chance. I have a chance to get first place. Just got to be very strategic and pick my moment when I'm going to do it. It's obviously going to be on a straight. Just can't pass in a corner unless I late break somebody. Oh, he locked up. All right. Stay close in this carousel, but not too close. I lose the downforce on my front wing. I don't want to understeer through the corner. All right. Start getting back on the throttle. Free it up. Full throttle. All right, I should have a good run here. Now, right now, just picking which way. I want to probably go on the outside to get the inside of the corner. Right. Oh, he's blocking me. I'm going to have to back off. Alright, going to be 2 laps to go. We'll start lap 19. We're so evenly matched. Just not making any headway when it comes on the straight unless I'm right behind him. It's going to be just late braking, carry more speed in the corner. Turn 1. Up. Hit the rev limiter again. Alright, here we go. Now I'm close enough. A lot closer than I was to the guy before. Drag race. Oh, on the grass. Slow down, he's outbraking me. Don't touch. Whoa! He almost lost it. Still next to me, I locked up my left front. Whoa! Third place is right on me. So what happened there is I just got on the throttle too fast. Just trying to not lose much time and just spun the tires. It's so easy to spin them. When that turbo kicks in, it's all she wrote. I'm just glad it didn't swap ends. So I still have a chance here. Just got to keep it clean and start making up some time. I don't think I have to worry about third place. If I did, he'd be right on me right now. Late brake, turn in, nice turn in. And if I screw up, I've got 3 or 4 places right behind me. Out wide, turn in, real good turn in. Back on the throttle. All right, last lap. This is it. I've got plenty of fuel. Tires look good. They're all at the optimal temperature. If I'm going to get him, it's going to be in this lap. But I've got to make it stick, and I got to commit to it. Don't want to late brake too much here. I'll lock out the fronts. Get down to second, turn in. Stay out the corner. Go out wide. Stay in third, down to second. Turn in. Ease back on the throttle. Get back up to fourth. Cut it. Alright, get close. Next corner, and after that's the carousel again. Into the back straight. A little squirrely there. Alright, this is it. It's all for nothing. Get back on the throttle, full throttle. Fifth. Sixth. Right hand kink. Stay with it. Closing up. Pick a line. Commit. Don't let it. Don't lift. Late brake. He's trying to outbrake me. Fight for the corner. Don't touch it all. Fight, fight. There we go. There's first. And don't throw it off into the wall. Because we still had that straight, so I've got to make sure my line is clean. Keep him out of my draft as much as I can. And there it is. 20 laps. Thought I'd lost it. Pulled it back together. Thanks a lot for watching. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Until next time, peace.